Hi there. Today we're going to be examining our dismantled motor and talking about the parts and then talking about how it works. So I have my regular operational motor that I showed you on Friday, and I said go out and dismantle a motor of your own. So I have that one here too. And it works much the same way. And there's the cap. Okay, so today we will talk about what these different parts are called. So I have this dismantled motor as well. Okay, so you can kind of see inside of the casing and that cap. So to kind of put it like the diagram I have on the screen, here's the cap. Okay, and this is insulated wire that goes there. Here's the insides of the motor. So we have the shaft. So this is a part that will turn. These are electromagnets. And then this is the casing. Okay, so it kind of looks like that, just like the diagram. And inside the casing. And so if we take a look at this piece, okay, the motor shaft and the commutator. All right, so here's the deal. And this is hard for you to see, which is why I wanted you to dismantle your own, okay? You can see, okay, we've got the end of the shaft, so, right, and it goes all the way through the motor. So we have the end of the shaft, we have the commutator, and we have the electromagnetic sections. And so what's happening here is the commutator has these metal pieces, and I just don't know, but I'm going to try and turn this. If I turn this, you can sort of see these tiny gaps in the commutator. And so the commutator is this brassy part. I'll use this. This is brassy part right here. Okay, and so as I rotate this, you can kind of see there where the light changes. And there. Okay, see that gap there? So yeah, that's really hard to see. So you can just think if this were a flat piece of brass and it was curved, there's 3 of these sections. And then you will notice that the same color is right here. Okay, so there's 3 of these too. And they connect to the red wires that are the electromagnetic sections. So 3 pieces of the commutator, 3 connectors on this plastic piece, and 3 wires. Well, I guess 6. They come in and go out at those meeting points. Okay, that wrap around the core, the metal core of the electromagnet. All right. So you got all those pieces, and then we have the cap, and inside the cap are brushes. So they kind of look like paddles, right? Or little paddle things, little cup things. And those little cup things go around the commutator. Let's see. Oh, nope, they don't have that. So those paddles fit around this part. All right. And so this is how it works. Electricity is supplied to these sections of the commutator. So let me show you how that works. I'm going to hook up a battery, and I'm going to run electricity. Okay, so here's the positive end, here's the negative end, and so now, as soon as I can connect to the brushes, okay, once I make the connection there, it will create a current. I will connect the current. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the commutator and the shaft, and I'm going to put that in there. Notice there's only 2 brushes, but there's 3 panels to the commutator, and there's gaps in between. So only 2 paddles at a time will touch. All right, so, and they'll only make a connection with 2 of the things. Now these gaps are really tiny. So here's what I can do. Am I creating a current? Am I turning the electromagnets on? So this is what we'll do. Yep, that one's on. And then what about this back one? This back one is on. I will see if I can turn it off. All right, so it's off there. Oh, now it's on. Oh, and it's off. So here, I'll just rotate it a little bit more. And so as it breaks connection, as that panel of the commutator breaks connection with the brushes, it turns the electromagnet off. It's stuck there. Oh, now it's stuck on the other one. Okay, so this one doesn't have a brush attached to it, supposedly. But this one does. Yep, that's a really strong connection. Oh, I say as it falls off. That's a really good one. Okay, and it should be that as the petals disconnect from a section, oh, see how it switched over here? Now this one has a paddle connection. Yep, so it just kind of depends on how you turn it. And it falls off and it flips to the next one. But there, it's that much of a difference. We go from a connection, and I'm just going to turn it just a smidge, and it falls off. So it breaks the connection. So then, what the heck does the permanent magnets have to do with it? So if I put the permanent magnets, oops, on, I've broken the connection. And actually, like, this is hot. It's got electricity flowing through it so much that it's actually made this whole piece of the motor hot. So when it has a connection and it's got electricity flowing through it, it turns 2 electromagnets on at a time. And when they interact with the permanent magnets inside the casing, it will either attract or repel. That causes the shaft to turn. And as the shaft turns, okay, the paddle will come in the brushes come in contact with a different section of the commutator. When they come in contact with a different section, one of the electromagnets shuts off, and it's either attracted or repelled to the permanent magnets, while the other 2 turn on, and that causes it to keep turning. So as long as there is electricity, a complete circuit here, it causes the electromagnets to turn on and off, and they interact with the permanent magnets, which causes it to turn, which causes the commutator to come in contact. So, I mean, it's just this cycle of how that works. All right. So what I'd like you to do is in the comments today, please write a summary explanation in your own words of answering that focus question, how does an electric motor work? Make sure you include all the parts of the motor and explain what role they play in making the electric motor work. And that's it for today.